where millions of people feel lost, alone, and even broken. These people are waiting to find something they're passionate about they can pour themselves into. Well, if you're done waiting and want to spend your life feeling inspired and alive because you're doing what you love, this is for you. But finding out what really motivates you isn't as easy as it seems. Because you don't want to abandon all your other interests or go all in on something only to realize a few months later you no longer care about it. But at the same time, with no clear purpose or direction, you're stuck drifting in no man's land. You end up trapped in a job that doesn't inspire you, surrounded by people who are fine but don't push you to the next level, and as time goes on, you feel more jaded and unfulfilled. That only gets worse when you look around and see other people who are happy, successful, and doing what they love. You start to wonder, why can't I have this? Is there something wrong with me? Well, this video shows you how you can get the same passion as the entrepreneurs, authors, and other influencers you look up to. So you become the person people turn to and say, "You seem so happy. What's your secret?" But for now, let's focus on that first critical step, finding your passion and living it every day. We'll start by sharing the truth about finding your purpose that most people get wrong.
It's not helpful advice. And so the question is, where does passion come from? Passion is a result. Passion is an energy. Passion is the feeling you have when you're engaged in something that you love. Passion is the feeling you have that you would probably do this for free, and you can't believe somebody pays you to do it, And I think we mistake that passion is something we do in our private lives, but it shouldn't be done in our careers, for example. And I'm a firm believer that you are who you are. And anybody who says, I'm different at home than I am at work, in one of those two places, you're lying. And the goal is to make everything you do in home and at work something that you have excitement to do. So how do you find the things that you're excited to do? Well, it's actually easier than you think. What are the things that you love to do? What are the things that you would do for free? How can you recreate that feeling and be paid for it? So what are the things that I do on the weekend, right? So that inspires me. New ideas, new thoughts, new ways of looking at the world are things that interest me privately, and I seek it out and pay money for it, right? So does that mean I have to have a career in the arts? No, it means I have to have a career where new ideas are explored, where people are experimenting and trying things out, and I have to explore new ideas and try things out, and I'm just as excited to go to work every day as I am to go do something on a Saturday night. And so the idea of finding your passion is ironically simple, because you should be doing stuff that you enjoy sometimes. What is the stuff that you enjoy, and then what is the stuff that you love? Who are the people that you love, and what do they all have in common?
When the $50 billion man, Dan Pena, sits across from you screaming, "Just effing do it," it sticks with you. You absorb that attitude. You can't help but throw your excuses out the window and take massive action in your life. Then go accomplish things you've been putting off for years. Simon Sinek, the best-selling author of Start With Why, had a similar experience. He never had a big flash of inspiration that said, "This is what you're meant to do." Instead, he began helping people find their why because it interested him. After a while, he looked back and realized this is what he wanted to do for the rest of his life. Like me, he didn't realize what his passion was until he started living it. That's the secret. You don't find your passion and then take action. You find your passion by constantly engaging with people and the world in new ways. You follow your gut, experiment, evaluate, and repeat. Through this process, your passion slowly takes hold and it overtakes you. It can be so subtle you don't even realize it's happening. You just look back one day and realize you haven't felt stuck, depressed, or frustrated about your life in months. Instead, you feel happy, accomplished, and excited about your day. It suddenly dawns on you that you're doing exactly what you want with your life. But there's a catch. There's a fundamental truth about finding your passion or living your purpose few people notice. Your passion or purpose in life isn't static. It can change from month to month or year to year. You see this all around you. Look at someone like Bill Gates. His passion morphed from coding to building a multi-million-dollar business to eradicating disease around the world. Or the actor Kurt Russell. After being one of the world's top guys, he stepped away from the spotlight to start a winery. That's why the people asking, "What is my purpose?" feel so lost. They're asking the wrong question. Because there may not be one thing that drives them forever. Sure, it could and does happen, but not for everyone.
Nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot. And it's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that all the time. You got to do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is going to believe. People come along because your belief is so insane, that your belief is so strong. Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it.
The question is, what do we do between the time we're born and the time he shows up? Because when he shows up, it's too late to do all the things that you're always gonna kind of get around to. So it is not the things we do in life that we regret on our deathbed. It is the things we do not. Because I assure you, I've done a lot of really stupid things, and none of them bother me. All the mistakes and all the dopey things and all the times I was embarrassed, they don't matter. What matters is that I can kind of look back and say, pretty much any time I got a chance to do something cool, I tried to grab for it. And that's where my solace comes from. The second thing that I would add to that, and I didn't coordinate on the subject of this word, but I think it's the right word that comes up, is passion. And you will need to find your passion. Many of you have already done it. Many of you will later. Many of you may take till your 30s or 40s, but don't give up on finding it, right? Because then all you're doing is waiting for the reaper. Find your passion and follow it. And if there is anything I have learned in my life, you will not find that passion in things. And you will not find that passion in money. Because the more things and the more money you have, the more you will just look around and use that as the metric, and there will always be someone with more. So your passion must come from the things that fuel you from the inside. And honors and awards are nice things, but only to the extent that they regard the real respect from your peers, and to be thought well of by other people that you think even more highly of is a tremendous honor that I've been granted. Find your passion, and in my experience, no matter what you do at work or what you do in official settings, that passion will be grounded in people, and it will be grounded in the relationships you have with people and what they think of you when your time comes. And if you can gain the respect of those around you and the passion and true love, and I've said this before, but I waited till 39 to get married because I had to wait that long to find someone where her happiness was more important than mine. And if nothing else, I hope that all of you can find that kind of passion and that kind of love in your life.